Have you ever had a chance encounter or a date with a man that you'll never forget? There's just something about him that lingers on in your mind or pops up at random times? Well, that is not by chance or mistake. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you can do to make yourself unforgettable to high-quality men. Hi, I'm Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women, and you may be asking yourself, Jason, why do I need to make myself unforgettable to a high-quality man? Well, the very principles that make your memory last in his mind are the same things that spark deep attraction in a man. So these are absolutely essential to understand when you're dating and trying to attract a higher quality man. And before I jump into it, please hit the red subscribe button beneath this video. It really helps me out and I would appreciate it. Now, the first thing that you can do to make yourself unforgettable to a high quality man is to be the prize. Now, I'm just going to explain how men work in general. This is a broad stereotype, but typically men, if we liken it to medieval times, are like knights that want to slay a dragon and save and win the princess. Every man has the desire to want to achieve, to want to conquer, to want to win. And here's where the problem comes in. Sometimes if you meet someone that just seems incredible, really high quality, he has everything going from him, the one common thread that I hear is that women will get nervous and they'll start placing him on a pedestal and somehow feel beneath him, that they somehow have to prove themselves to him and try to impress him to attract him. And that inherently, by placing him on this pedestal, makes it so you are beneath him on the pedestal. And that energy of being lower value, it really comes off and the guy feels like he's not dating someone who's of equal value. I highly encourage you to avoid this. And the fastest way to avoid that is to be a high value woman. Not to place you above anyone else on a pedestal. I encourage you not to place people above or beneath anyone or to look at it like a rating system. We should all be prizes. And just because he might not be a good fit for you or you for him, it doesn't make you any less of a person. But you absolutely, if you want to attract a high quality man, you have to be the prize. Now there's 2 parts of this. Number 1 is to actually do things so you feel and are the prize. And number 2, to communicate that to him, that you are the prize. Now the first step, the fastest way to become the prize is to take esteemable actions, to do things in your life that are making you feel confident, that make you feel good, that exude a sense of attractive energy. That's really important and it's rooted in action. But it's not just you feeling good about yourself. Step 2 is you have to communicate that to the man. And the way that you do that is by having high standards for yourself and who you spend your time with and how you expect to be treated. It's so important that you set the standards that you have to be treated with respect, with care, with consideration. Look at a very high value woman, the person that you respect most in this world, the same way that you would expect a man to treat her, you should have those same standards for yourself and not accept anything but that. I remember when I started dating and was really committed to finding a lifelong partner, I was living the dream. I had finished a yoga teacher certification training. I was performing improv theater. I had a great job. I was feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally at my peak. And that was the absolute best time for me to date. In fact, I didn't even really want to date. I was so, I had such an abundant life. I was feeling so good. I didn't even know how I could fit it in. But that is the perfect time to go out there and date, when you're feeling at your best. And I promise you, when a man meets someone who's a prize, who he truly looks at as high value, that's not someone that he's going to forget tomorrow. That's someone that he's going to think about and truly want to get to know. Now, the next 2 strategies are rooted in what scientists have discovered actually make memories stick, and that is emotion. If you can create a deep-seated emotion in a man that creates emotional resonance, which means it actually physically triggers a feeling in our body, it tells our brain that this is a memory to hold on to, that this is important. Now there's 2 strategies that you can use to trigger that deep emotional response in a man. The first is to inspire him. Now, we are motivated by either pain or pleasure. We're motivated to either move towards something because it's pleasurable to us or away from it because it's painful for us. And the stronger that emotion, the stronger our desire to take a particular action and move towards or away from that particular thing. And what I love is the analogy of the train analogy. If there's two trains, one train is going to a dreadful, awful place that you would never want to go, and the other is going to, let's just call it Glory Town. It's sunny, it's beautiful, it's exciting. Obviously, which train are you going to want to go on? So the key in inspiring someone is being the train that leads to a place that they would certainly want to go. Let me give you an example. When I first started dating and I met my wife, she was incredibly sweet, loving, and kind. And for me, that was the man that I wanted to become. I wanted to be sweeter, I wanted to be kinder, more patient, more loving. And she was so incredibly sweet and kind, I actually didn't believe it at first. I actually remember the day when we were dating where I said, wow, she's actually this sweet. This is not just a show. She's really that sweet. And I remember that moment because it sparked within me a really deep-seated emotional response that inspired me to be a better man. So the key in inspiring a man is having a mission or a purpose. I believe we're all given a unique set of abilities, talents, experiences that allow us to really offer something meaningful into the world. So think about it. What is it? How can you best serve your friends, your family, the people around you, your community? What is your true mission here? When you're looking back at your life and you think, how do I want to be remembered? What is something that you truly want to contribute? And if you can commit to holding yourself to that standard, to truly fully expressing yourself and being the person that you're meant to be, it is inspirational for other people. We cannot give to others what we don't have ourselves. So if you can truly hold yourself to that level and be more inspirational, then that life will represent the train that any man would want to follow. And the third and final way to trigger that deep emotion and make yourself unforgettable is to see the diamond inside of him. That really means looking for the best, the unique genius that he has, just as you have those unique experiences and abilities and your unique superpower that you can give to the world. I encourage you to find that in him. Really try to focus on seeing the best in him and let him know that you see it. That doesn't mean you have to compliment him every second, but the more that you can really look for his unique genius, his special abilities, and let him know that you see it, you know it, and you appreciate it, it's just like a constant flow. It's a constant flow of deposits into his emotional bank account. And I don't care how successful, I don't care how confident a man is, everyone has insecurities, has fears, and everyone appreciates being seen for their unique genius. So the more that you can focus on that inside of him, and that doesn't mean lowering your standards and ignoring if you're being mistreated or letting go of any other red flags. I encourage you to continue holding your standards high. It just means that the more that you can really focus on finding his unique genius and letting him know that you appreciate that in him and you really respect that in him, the more that you can make him feel special. And making a man feel truly special is like the key to unlocking his heart. So just to recap, there's 3 things that you can do to make yourself truly unforgettable to a high quality man. First is be the prize. Hold yourself to those high standards that you should be treated with true consideration, love, and respect. Second of all, inspire a man, trigger his deep emotions by living an inspirational life. Commit yourself to a higher standard that inspires a man to want to travel along that path with you. And finally, focus on truly appreciating his unique genius. That will be like a constant flow of deposits into his emotional bank account that will leave him feeling special and appreciative of you. If you do these 3 things, you will be unforgettable in his mind. And remember, the best part of memories is making them. So be kind to yourself and enjoy this process. And if you liked this video, I encourage you to hit the like button below and remember to subscribe to the channel so you get notified of all my future videos where I teach you exactly how to attract higher quality men. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.